Don't know if you saw my video I tweeted last week. That's Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Graywall. I tweeted he's an absolute boss because he's really been at kind of the center of attention in regards to this battle of Coinbase versus the SEC. And when I say battle of Coinbase versus SEC, it's kind of the battle of crypto versus the SEC, crypto holders, crypto, just the whole entire movement. And so he's kind of at the center. He's been kind of at the center in regards to this conversation. And here's the breaking news that's happening right now. It is SEC versus Coinbase. This latest order may compel the SEC to make a move. What was the order? SEC has been ordered by a court to respond to Coinbase's complaint over how it applies securities laws to digital assets within 10 days. This is massive news because SEC has been not only just attacking and going after everybody, but they've just been dragging their feet and manipulating the conversation in terms of offering any clarity to the crypto space. So now they're being ordered, right, in terms of responding to Coinbase and this complaint. It's fun being on Twitter, just searching this Coinbase SEC, and just there's tons of tweets in regards to this breaking news. And so if we look at the story though that's playing out, this is kind of months and months and months and months of just sitting around waiting. So the court did order the SEC to do this. This is the actual tweet from Paul Graywall discussing what just broke. The Third Circuit just issued a text-only order directing the SEC to file a response to our mandamus petition within 10 days and gave us 7 days for a reply. Here's the text of the order, and then it goes on. So according to the tweet, the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit issued a text-only order to SEC. The petition for writ of mandamus was a follow on a petition address, and this is huge, a petition addressed to Vanessa Countryman, the Secretary of the SEC. The petition asked the securities regulator to use its formal rulemaking process to provide guidance for the crypto industry. Just straight up asking for guidance. And this wasn't like last week they did this. This was all the way back here. You can see this is July 21st, 2022. This was last year. And then what had happened is it was, in April, we have headlines like this. Coinbase asks the U.S. court to force SEC response to 2022 rulemaking petition. And so this is mainly because if we go back to this article, you can just see the regulator, the SEC, had not responded in almost 9 months. So Graywall stated that a response from the regulator was extremely essential. This was because it gave the exchange its right to challenge its decision in court. That's obviously essential. Speaking on the mandamus petition, Graywall stated, from the SEC's public statements and enforcement activity in the crypto industry, it seems like the SEC has already made up its mind to deny our petition, but they haven't told the public yet. So the action Coinbase filed today simply asked the court to ask the SEC to share its decision. And I want to give my thoughts on this in just a minute, but just look at the clip. I know I showed this last week, but just look at this.
Coinbase will defend itself vigorously in litigation if it comes to that.
So I just showed that very quick clip just because I think it's important to notice that Coinbase, and obviously it's kind of communicated through Paul Graywall in that video, Coinbase, a very short video, confident video, Coinbase is on the offense. They're taking a stand. They're not just kind of rolling over, right? Just getting beat down. They're taking a stand in terms of searching for clarity, searching for answers. And I think this is so important. If you're a crypto investor, if you're in crypto, if you're thinking about getting into crypto, because clarity is everything for us. And again, you can go on Twitter and you can just start reading everybody's kind of opinions in regards to what's going on. At the end of the day, it's not to say that this is going to put us 10 steps ahead, right? But it's called accountability. And, when we get orders like this, I think that's important. Just for the conversation alone, it's accountability so that Coinbase doesn't keep, or SEC doesn't keep dragging their feet and just not replying to things like this, responding to things like this. And at the same time, just all these enforcement actions all over the place, trying to tear down innovation in this country, trying to tear down and truly not protecting investors, in my opinion. So this is big in this regard in terms of keeping accountability within this dialogue that Coinbase is obviously trying to have. And this is Brian Armstrong and Paul Graywall in that video last week, just talking to the SEC, trying to just be like, hey, like, we're here. Please. So I think this is big. I wanted to just bring it to you real quick. And I also want to just see your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this. I know a lot of people are just like, nothing's going to come of it. It is what it is. But I think it is important. I wanted to leave you with this. This is David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple. Look at this. He said, and this is funny, if you were in charge of the SEC and you were trying to harm ordinary American retail investors as much as possible, how would you have handled Coinbase differently? And I think the point there is to say, you probably wouldn't have handled it any differently if you were in charge of the SEC and wanted to hurt investors, just retail American investors. You really probably wouldn't do anything differently because that's the whole point. They kind of are harming American retail investors. And I think that's what a lot of us are frustrated with. And even not just the investors, but just people that want to build and people that want to innovate and do so properly and correctly. And by just within nice clarity, right? So this was just a really interesting perspective, a really interesting way to put it. So wanted to bring that to you, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please hit the subscribe, hit the like. I will see you in the next video. God bless.